Happy graduation! Today you're standing here with your doctorate in clinical psychology. We love you. You showed everybody that you were a fighter. You just ran and took these onto your site, and we are so proud of you.
Congratulations on a job well done, Sophie. I don't know what the next chapter is going to bring, but I know it's going to be amazing, and I can't wait to see what you do.
We cannot wait to see what the future holds. Love you.
Love you. Your mom and I are very proud of you. Love you very much. Congratulations on being the first.
Congratulations, Mom. I feel like ever since I've been born, we've been graduating. Needless to say, I'm proud of you. I'm hoping this is the last graduation we're talking about.
You went from inspiring me to inspiring everyone around you. You're not just saving me anymore. This is the beginning for you, and you will reach every single star you want to grab. La quiero mucho, mija. Nunca olvide eso. Felicidades en su triunfo enorme. Seeing you reach this milestone is amazing. You've earned every bit of this, and you deserve all the joy. It is incredible that we are here today celebrating your doctoral graduation. Watching you blossom into this beautiful, precious, intelligent, and caring young woman has been a true blessing.
Peace, my love. You did it again. You took master's degree. There was never a doubt that with your hard work, your dedication, and your intelligence, you're gonna be here once again.
Seeing you graduate today makes me so happy and love you so much.
Yes, man. I know it's been hard getting to here, but you made it. Just like you. Congratulations.
Josie, you're a graduate once again. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Congratulations. I'm proud of you. We love you.
Watching you grow has been incredible.
Hello, my name is Dr. Conferring. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the 2026 Fresno Commencement of Alliant University. As chair of the Fresno Campus Faculty Assembly, I bring greetings to our Fresno and online program faculty, to our distinguished university leadership, and to our graduates and their families and friends. Graduates, as you cross the stage today, we are reminded of the privilege of teaching and mentoring you during your time at Alliant. You have both reached the completion of your studies, and even more so, you have done so at a time when the world has been in disarray. We applaud you. We are confident that you are well prepared to meet any challenges you will face tomorrow, and the faculty of Alliant University wishes you a wonderful future. Congratulations. And now it is my pleasure to introduce to you all our president, Annie Bond.
Are we ready? Are we ready out there? What a glorious day for a celebration here in Fresno, and that's what today is all about. Even with all those headlines out there and challenges we hear about every day, ongoing war, conflicts, disagreements in our great country, sometimes conflicts at home, inflation, gas prices, trust in government, all that sits at historic lows, and the trust we sometimes no longer share what is actually fact from fiction. Careers are changing, technology, innovation, interruptions. Attendance at movies here in California, a big industry in Los Angeles, down 30%. We try to keep up with sectors changing, what's going to happen to jobs, insecurity. But you know what? I have a confession to make. What I just told you were headlines 40, 50, and 60 years ago. You see, all these familiar headlines, they happen in almost everyone's lifespan. Ask the horse industry what they thought about the invention of the gas-powered car. Ask someone who lived through the 1960s about the United States and politics and violence and distrust and unrest in our great country. Ask Los Angeles about the film industry when television was invented and everybody put the movie industry out to die. That didn't happen. The list goes on, you get it. And I'm not trying to downplay the seriousness of the events of 2026. We face very serious challenges. It's quite the opposite. We have substantial work to do. But we adapt. Success is not linear. We take many steps back to eventually in aggregate get ahead. And we progress. But we're not the first to have this incredible amount of adversity in front of us to overcome and solutions to implement. More importantly, we know it can be done and it will be done. Those who came before us did it, and we will do the same. You will do the same. You will accomplish these solutions. We have faith in you, graduates of 2026. And I know personally that you will create effective change in all of our communities and our sectors. For people of all backgrounds, all races, all status, and diversities around the world. I understand if sitting here today, you feel the weight of that, and you should. These are serious times, times that call on something from you. You see, Alliant's been around a long time, over 100 years. The classes of Alliant in the 1960s helped build successfully the civil rights movement. The Alliant classes in the 1970s helped restore faith in democracy, and they advocated for rights for all people. The Alliant classes of the 1980s cared for the sick when no one else would. And they also fought for additional civil rights. The Alliant classes of the 1990s were worried about something called a new innovative thing called the internet. They wondered what would this technology do to their jobs, to the future of their sector. They were worried about how this new innovation would impact their career job security. Sounds familiar? You see, we always figure it out. I could fill every decade with similar statements. Our graduates always figure it out because the way we teach at Alliant, we lean into challenges. We don't run from them. We solve them through in our sectors and our industries. You see, one of the most overlooked benefits of graduate level education is our focus on the teaching of critical thinking skills. You see, we couldn't possibly write a textbook that shows every challenge you're going to face for the next 40, 50, 60 years. Instead, we teach something more important, critical thinking skills. We strengthen your thinking process to see the world 20 steps ahead. So no matter what problem comes your way, you're ready for that. We develop new ways of thinking that increase brain capacity for critical thinking skills. This decade is unique though. Why? Because it has you. And to our core, we know for a fact that each of you will create healthy change in our communities and make a lasting impact. There are many gloom and doom topics in the news, and that's not what today is about. For a brief moment in time, I know it's tough in 2026. We're going to take today and tonight and all weekend and maybe a few extra days and enjoy the moment. Live in this moment. Celebration. The challenges, they'll all be waiting for us when we're ready to face those, maybe about a week away. But today, we're going to have some fun and celebrate. This is not a stuffy event. It's time for celebration. My first question in this group is, where are the K-12 teachers and K-12 professionals down here? Let's hear it from them. Classroom teachers, school psychologists, school counselors, administrators who have the most important job in the world educating our youngsters. Let's thank our K-12 teachers and professionals today. Do we have any special education teachers down here? All right. I have to say, I want to personally thank our special education teachers. You are angels. The work you do requires a lot of patience, tenacity. I want to personally thank our special education K-12 teachers graduating today. Let's hear it for them. Let's hear from our clinical psychologist. How about our marriage, family, couples, family therapists? I know we have a big group of clinical counselors in the group today. We have a newer program called the Master of Social Work, MSW. Where's our social workers here today? You see, mental health care matters. And we are so thankful for all of you for being in mental health. The advocacy you provide, the professionalism you provide, the guidance you provide, and the record demand for this job growth over the next 10 years is substantial. But I know that's not why you came here. What drove you to this career, I know personally, you had a personal calling for it. You felt the need to give back for your communities and help people to move mental health past the stigma phase, which still can exist, and offer access to mental health for those who need it most. Let's hear it for our mental health professionals graduating today. Our organizations need help too. We rely on org development and org psychology to create healthier workspaces. I think we have at least one org behavior grad today. Where are you? One org behavior? We get stood up today. No. It happens. I know we have a party of one. You see, Alliant's largest campus, we have 7 campuses physically, but our largest campus is actually the online campus. And I think typically our MBA graduates from online go to San Diego and Los Angeles, which will be there in a week or two. And that's where most of them go. But I think we have one online MBA student graduating today. Where are you? Hey, let's hear it from you. I'd like to continue offering a very sincere thank you to different members of our Alliant community in the room today. The first group serves as mentors to our students, leaders in their fields, and our communities. They're true leaders in educating the next generation of professionals. Please hear it for our faculty on stage. Our next group serves our students with support, guidance, leadership to navigate the complexities of the graduate level education. Question, are there a few complexities about the graduate degree here and there? Dissertation, some of you, a little bit. Often behind the scenes with very little fanfare, you have always ready support. Let's hear it for the Alliant staff. They're here today too. A very special group here today. We cannot do this alone. It's a team. You might even be thinking about someone today who had great impact on your life, and maybe someone who is no longer with us on this earth. Today, I know for a fact they're with you in spirit, and their presence can be felt here in the room today. You also have people that are here today. They're witnessing this momentous occasion. Let's hear it for our family, our friends, and our support group. Thank you. And finally, you. Sometimes during graduate level studies, you think, why did I do this? Because it is hard work. And for those who wrote a dissertation or did a final project, you get about through chapter 3, and you think, there's still 2 more chapters. That requires a lot of sacrifice and a term that many in this world are not familiar with. It's called deferred gratification. That means putting off family events, going to movies with friends, dinners. You probably missed a holiday or 2. That's deferred gratification. And today you get the reward for what we call deferred gratification. And that means a lot. Let's hear it for our graduates for that. Very good, guys. We are hosting 5 separate ceremonies, all the way from Phoenix, Arizona, over to San Diego, up to Orange County, Los Angeles, next week in the Bay Area for Sacramento and our Emerald campus, and today here in Fresno, plus our online campus celebrates at all these as well. This represents our 7 ground campuses plus our online campus. And Alliant is actually a system of 5 separate colleges and a product of several mergers over the last 85 years. We recently celebrated our 100-year anniversary, and what a history we have. For over 100 years, our colleges at Alliant have been holding ceremonies just like this. Today, we celebrate you, our 2026 graduates. Let's hear it one more time for our celebration today.
I could not wait for this moment to come, and now it's here, so it feels a little bit bittersweet.
I am just really excited to graduate. Being a father, son, I'm the first person graduating in my family. If anyone asks me my father, what's your son doing? He don't know what I'm doing. He just said my son is an engineer.
I'm a mother of 4.
It was definitely difficult, but I had so much support.
I really like Alliance like international field. There's a lot of different cultures within Maya.
Coming with another language was pretty difficult for me. My advisor was very smart.
I have a passion for working with students with disabilities. So like as an educator, we have the ability to spark change.
So supportive, and that's why I'm here. Finishing my degree and getting to celebrate with my family. It was great to be able to be together with my husband.
Made it so much better and a lot easier.
He ended up creating like friendships for life here.
I'm very grateful for Alliant.
It's really fabulous experience.
Happy and really grateful for all my family with too.
It is my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker today, who is the Director of Behavioral Health for Valley Health Team, where she oversees 14 sites delivering integrated behavioral health services across the San Joaquin Valley. Born and raised right here in Fresno, Dr. Flores earned her Bachelor of Science from Cal State University, Fresno, a Master's in Organizational Behavioral Science from the California School of Professional Psychology and Alliant University, and a PsyD in clinical psychology right here from Alliant. Since founding Valley Health Team's behavioral health program in 2012, Dr. Flores has been a driving force in expanding access to mental health care in underserved rural communities. She's passionate about school-based mental health, telehealth services, and holistic care models that address medical, vision, and dental needs for diverse populations, including migrant families and other vulnerable groups. Please welcome to the podium, Dr. Nicole Flores.
Okay.
Good evening, graduates, faculty, family, and friends. It is truly an honor to stand here before you today. To the graduates, congratulations. Today represents your dedication, your sacrifice, and your resilience. Every late night, every early morning, and every moment you questioned, you could keep going. You did. And today you are here. So take a moment to let that really sink in. And to the family and friends, this accomplishment belongs to you as well. Your support, your patience, and your belief helped make this moment possible. When I reflect on my own journey, one truth stands out to me. I did not always feel like the smartest person in the room. There were moments where I questioned myself, moments I wondered if I truly belonged. However, I learned something that changed everything for me. Success is not defined by who is the smartest person in the room. It is defined by who is willing to keep going, who is willing to show up again and again, who is willing to try even before they are ready. I started building a behavioral health program in underserved communities when I was in my late 20s. If I'm being completely honest with you, I didn't have it all figured out. I didn't have a perfect roadmap. I didn't have all the answers. But what I did have was passion. I had purpose. And I had belief that people deserved access to care, no matter where they lived, no matter their circumstances. And sometimes that's enough. Because passion will carry you when confidence has not caught up yet. And there will be moments in your life and in your career where you will be called to step into something bigger than what you're ready for. And in those moments, you will have a choice to wait until you're ready or to move forward anyway. And let me tell you this, you do not have to be fully ready to begin. You just have to be willing. Along the way, there will be doubts, sometimes from others, and sometimes from within yourself. But do not let your doubts define your direction. Let your purpose define it. Let your passion define it. Because when you lead with passion and purpose, you become unstoppable. Not because things are easy, but because you refuse to give up. Now, while I believe deeply in hard work and perseverance, I also want to share something equally important, something I learned the hard way. You cannot pour from an empty cup. At one point in my life, I experienced health challenges that forced me to slow down. And in that stillness, I gained clarity. I realized that success means nothing if you are too exhausted to enjoy it. That taking care of yourself is not a weakness, it is a necessity. That rest is not falling behind, it is part of sustaining your journey. So as you move forward, I want you to carry three things with you. First, be fearless in your pursuit. Not because you don't have fear, but because you move forward despite it. Start before you feel ready. Trust that you will figure it out along the way. Second, stay grounded in your passion and your purpose. That is what will carry you through the long days, the difficult moments, and the unexpected turns. And third, protect your well-being. Make time for your life outside of your career, your family, your joy, your peace, because those things matter just as much as your achievements. Graduates, you are stepping into a world that needs you. It needs your knowledge, your compassion, and your leadership. As you step into your professions, remember this. The work you do is not just about skills, titles, or what you know. It's about connection. You have all the training, all the knowledge, and all the tools. But what truly makes a difference is your ability to meet people where they're at, to listen, understand, and show up with empathy. There is a quote by Maya Angelou that my mom has always shared with me throughout my journey. People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. And that is the kind of impact that you have the power to make. So be bold, be resilient, be passionate, and remember this. You don't have to have everything figured out to do something meaningful. You just have to start. Take a moment right now to reflect on how far you've come. All the sacrifices, all the growth, all the strength it took to get here. Take this moment, own it, celebrate it, and step into your future knowing you are more than capable than you think. Congratulations, class of 2026. Now go out and lead with purpose, with passion, and with courage. You're ready. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Y buenas tardes. My name is Dr. David Paul. I am the System-wide Director of the Master of Arts in Clinical Counseling Program, which we affectionately refer to as the MAT program. It is my heartfelt welcome to introduce one of the most meaningful moments in our commencement celebration, something that's truly special to Alliant. We call it Voices of Diversity. This cherished tradition celebrates the rich tapestry of cultures, backgrounds, and languages that make up our life, with care given to timing and avoiding duplication of languages to ensure we can showcase a wide variety of voices. It is with great joy that we now introduce the 2026 Voices of Diversity. Please welcome Julian Aquino, English. Tiki Anake, Filipino. Shala Brady, Arabic. Ramina Mod Wahi, Punjabi.
Alliance mission is to prepare students for professional careers of service and leadership and promote the discovery and application of knowledge to improve the lives of people in diverse cultures and communities around the world.
Ang misyon ng Alliance ay ihanda ang mga magpaaral para sa mga profesional na karera ng paglingkod at pamumuno at isulong ang pagtuklas at paggamit ng kaalaman upang mapabuti ang buhay ng mga tao mula sa iba't ibang kultura at komunidad sa buong mundo.
تتمثل رسالة Alliant في إعداد الطلاب لمسارات مهنية قائمة على الخدمة والقيادة وتعزيز اكتشاف المعرفة وتطبيقها لتحسين حياة الأفراد في مختلف الثقافات والمجتمعات حول العالم.
Alliant University ng Magsasain kibigyan ng seva at leadership ang pagdona. At ito niya ba de bagre loka. पाई जा रहे ते सभ्याचार बेहतर बनाने की कोशिश है ज्ञान की खोज ਅਤੇ ਬਣਾਉਣ ਨੂੰ बढ़ावा देना।
As we continue to celebrate our graduates, we welcome to the stage our first student speaker, Jillian Aquino, who is receiving her Master of Arts in Clinical Counseling from our Fresno campus.
Good afternoon, graduates, esteemed faculty, family, and friends. We are so happy that you're here. My name is Jillian Springakino, and I'm deeply humbled to stand before you today as a graduate of the Master's of the Arts in Clinical Counseling program and a member at large of the Alpha Iota Upsilon chapter of Chi Sigma Kappa. But first, can we just take a moment? We made it. We survived courses that somehow felt like 8 minutes and 8 years at the same time. We made it through endless group projects and discussion posts that, if we're being honest, sometimes they make sense and sometimes they didn't. That's okay. And for some of us, we survived recording ourselves in real time. There's nothing truly quite like watching yourself as a baby therapist with the overenthusiastic head nod or the And of course, we became experts at the delicate Zoom choreography. We're not sure if the frozen screen is you or them, or having the accidental unmute at the worst possible moment. Nothing keeps you humble like knowing your cohort just watched you stuff your face with lunch or whisper, "What the hell is going on?" And yet somehow we are here. Today is about celebration, but it's also about resilience. Resilience is a word that sounds so polished, inspirational even, but real resilience is not an aesthetic. It is built in quiet moments, in hard decisions, in choosing growth when comfort is calling your name. I am Mexican and Filipino with big curly brown hair and what clinicians would call an ACE score of a 10, which means I've experienced nearly every category of significant childhood adversity. My identity exists within systems that have not always made space for women like me. This was not the expected outcome. But no matter how many roadblocks I faced, or how many times I was knocked down, I found a way to get back up. And through all of it, I kept going. And that's why I'm standing here today. Not because it was easy, but because resilience is not about avoiding hardship. It's about deciding what hardship will mean. In the midst of my internship, I experienced a significant personal loss. It was not cinematic. At first, it was deeply isolating. I questioned myself constantly, and it affected my academics. All while trying to be a brand new therapist and accept that adulthood means sometimes holding yourself together, even when life feels like it's falling apart. My whole world came crashing down. While it was not the worst thing I have ever experienced, it was the one that hurt the most. But here's what I have learned. You can feel alone and still not quit. You can get brave and still move forward. You can grieve what you didn't get and still build what you want. That season did not break me. It introduced me to myself. It taught me boundaries, discipline, and most importantly, that strength is not loud. Sometimes it is simply continuing. To my fellow graduates, whether you are in clinical psychology, education, business, or leadership, each of you carries your own version of this story. Maybe it was parenting while studying or working full time. It could have been battling anxiety in silence, navigating grief, or pushing through self doubt. Resilience does not compare struggles. It simply asks, do you keep going? And tonight, many people celebrate, and you should laugh, take those photos or that shot, choose to celebrate however you may please. But remember this, the degree is not proof that life will now be easy. It is proof that you can do hard things. And here's something that I come to understand so deeply. The past doesn't go away, so you can either live with it forever or you can do something about it. We don't get to erase what shaped us, but we do get to decide what it produces. Resilience required me to sit long enough with my pain to understand it. There was a time when I saw others suffer I carried from my own childhood. But as I grew, that perspective began to shift. I started to recognize that what we often label as defiance can sometimes be unspoken pain. Sometimes the only thing separating destruction from direction. And so when standing beside you and reminding you, you can still choose differently. That realization changed the trajectory of my goals. Resilience is not just survival, it is a transformation. It is deciding that the pain stops with you. And truthfully, none of us would have arrived here alone. To the families, friends, mentors, and loved ones here today, thank you for watching us become who we are. Thank you for the grocery money, the encouragement, the sacrifices, the prayers, the patience. You did not just watch us earn degrees, you watched us grow into ourselves. And as I begin to close, I would like to dedicate this final part of my speech to the women in my family. This master's degree is for us. You showed me what unconditional love looks like and what strength feels like. You built the very foundations I now have the privilege to stand on. Because of you, I endure, and because of you, I rise. And I believe that same resilience exists in every single graduate here today. Class of 2026, we are not here because the road was smooth. We are here because when it wasn't, we kept on going. The world doesn't just need our intelligence, it needs our resilience. So, congratulations, graduates. This moment belongs to you, and so does everything you choose to do with it.
It is my pleasure to welcome to the stage our second student speaker, Doha Thab, who's receiving her Master of Arts in Clinical Counseling from our online campus.
Wow, Jeanette, you make it like to break me why my heart was beating so fast. And it's a little bit scarier than I thought. Good evening, faculty, families, and my fellow graduates. Before I begin, I want to say something to my kids who are here today. I told them I wanted to stand on this stage as a group. There is nothing impossible. And here I am. So hopefully, I won't embarrass them too much today. When I first started this program, I thought I was here to learn how to help others. But very quickly, I realized I was here actually to know how to understand others, starting with myself. And somewhere between the assignments, internship, deadlines, self-doubt, and let's be honest, the last 10 years, something unexpected happened. We changed, not in loud, dramatic ways, but in quiet moments. In the moment, a future master learned to sit in silence instead of trying to fix it. In the moment, a future educator realized a student's behavior was really a story. In the moment, a business leader understood that numbers represent people. In the moment, a psychologist stopped analyzing and started truly listening. We came here to gain knowledge, but we are gaining with perspective. Each of us started this program with a different goal: a career, a promotion, a dream, or maybe a second chance. But none of us expected how personal this journey would become. Because education is not just information, education is a transformation. We learn theory, but we also learn patience. We learn how system works, but more importantly, we learn how people feel inside the system. We learn research, but we also learn humility. And maybe the most important lesson of all, every person is carrying something that we cannot see. In our programs, we study behavior, leadership, development, trauma, decision making. But the real curriculum was investment. We learned that people are not problems to solve, they are stories to understand. So tonight is not just celebration of what we've achieved, it's a reminder of what we are called to do. Because tomorrow, people will trust us. A child will trust a teacher. A client will trust a counselor. A patient will trust a professional. A community will trust the leader. And they won't remember our GBA. They won't remember our textbooks. They will remember how safe they felt with us. Our professions may be different, but our goal is the same: to lead people better than we found them. To our families, this achievement is not ours alone. You carried responsibility that we could not. You gave us strength when we felt exhausted. You believed in us sometimes more than we believed in ourselves. This degree belongs to you too. And to my fellow graduates, we arrived here as students searching for a future. We live as people others really not. And remember, the universe doesn't need us to be perfect. It needs us to be present. So we did it. Congratulations, class of 2026.
We have a little work to do. It is my privilege to begin the presentation of the class of 2026 of Alliant University. The degree candidate can be presented by the school dean or representative who will certify the candidate and invite them to come forward to receive their degrees. Doctoral candidates will be presented by their dissertation chairperson, program director, or dean. Will the candidate from the School of Management and Leadership please rise and proceed to the stage? President Vaughn, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Management and Leadership, I present this candidate the degree of Master of Business Administration, who is entitled to the rights and privileges of this degree.
Archie Ogode.
It is my pleasure to welcome Dr. Ruth Best as the Dean of School of Education to present the candidates.
Will the candidates for the School of Education please rise and proceed to the stage? President Vaughn,
On behalf of the faculty of the School of Education, I present these candidates for the credentials and degrees of Credential Educational Specialist, Master of Arts in Education, Education Specialist, Master of Arts in Education, Multiple Subject, Master of Arts in Education, School Counseling, Master of Arts in Education, School Psychology, Master of Arts in Education, Single Subject, Master of Arts in Education, Education Specialist in School Counseling, Master of Arts in Education, Education Specialist in School Psychology, Doctor of Psychology and Educational Psychology, who are entitled to the rights and privileges of these degrees.
Hey, your Lord. Rachel Christine Ratcliffe. Isabel Ochoa. Cassandra Johnson. Aaron Oxon. Lorena Magana Morillo. Maria Garcia Navarro. Karina Gomez. Michelle C. Turpin. Lourdes Vargas. Jasmine Quiroz. Liliana Maria Escobar. Morris. Lindsay Kanama. Kayla Brianne Porcella. MA in Education and School Counseling. Jessica Morales Hernandez. Taylor Morgan Castillo. Janet Sofia Gutierrez. Josia Marina Aguirre. Carla Lucia Raya Fernandez. Daisy Vanessa Moreno. Masters in Education, School Psychology. Guillermo Reyes Jr. Samantha Marie Revito. Alana Wiley. Masters in Education, Single Subject. Jessica Gomez. Haley Nicole Long. Stephanie Payne. Jason Miller. Fernando E. Barajas. Savannah Jose Garcia. Master in Education, Education Specialist in School Counseling. Brittany Brianne Crossman. Master's in Education, Educational Specialist in School Psychology. Anna Elizabeth Alvarado. Dominique Percy. Danielle Rochelle Godins Long. Michaela Maxwell. Camilla Maria Mauricio. Doctor of Psychology, Educational Psychology, Portia E. Ewert. Dissertation. What is the impact of chronic childhood trauma on the emotional development of students with emotional disturbances, and how effective are school-based interventions in mitigating these effects? Letitia Bermudez. Dissertation. Different perspective on adolescent anxiety, cultural beliefs, barriers, and help seeking among Mexican families. Jasmine R. Cook. Dissertation. Exploring multi-tier systems of support as a framework to mitigate teacher burnout in in middle school settings with students identified with emotional disturbance. Kimberly M. Galarza. Dissertation. Policy and practice, behavior intervention, plan implementation at the secondary level.
To present the candidates for the California School of Professional Psychology, please welcome Dean David Stewart.
Will the candidates from the California School of Professional Psychology please rise and proceed to the stage? President Vaughn, on behalf of the faculty of the California School of Professional Psychology, I present these candidates with degrees of Master of Arts in Clinical Psychology, Master of Arts in Clinical Counseling, Master of Arts in General Family Therapy, Master of Social Work, Doctor of Psychology in Clinical Psychology, Doctor of Psychology in Organizational Development, Doctor of Philosophy in Clinical Psychology, who are entitled to the rights and privileges of these degrees.
CSTP, non-terminal Masters, Clinical Psychology, Quetzali Hernandez. Jacob Spencer Rains. Abigail Armstrong. Kimber Rose Snowden. Alyssa L. Baines. Marie Wafi Wadia Mena. Paula Brady. Sabina Cortez. Laura Christine Black. Sierra A. Richardson. Mongolia Board. Ramia Denise Bell. Kimberly Abigail Salea Ariano. CSDP MA Clinical Counseling. Doha Sa. Cohen. Andrea Williams. Jillian Aquino. Alexa Ray Ortega Gonzalez. Neelish Patana. Reed Dion. Ryan Pope. Kendall Ravelli. Nancy Guadalupe Salazar Cholula. Barbara Louise Smith. Josie Wood. Todd James Wyman. Masters in Marital and Family Therapy, Michaela Correa. Paige Nicole Lancer. Madison Aubrey Peoples. Adeline Gomez Felix. Guadalupe Gonzalez Vargas. Master in Social Work, Jeanette Gallardo. Clinical Psychology, Courtney Christine Goodwin. Dissertation, alternate variable and flow search system, systematic review of the literature related to popular responses. Delaney and Gilman. Dissertation, the impact of reactive attachment disorder on siblings, how RAD affects development, attachment, worldview, and sense of belonging. Andrew J. Hernandez. Dissertation, suicidality in the Hispanic community. Ruth T. Einenheim. Dissertation, an analysis of gender affirmative therapy utilizing phenomenological analysis. PSYD clinical psychology. Roger Andres Salvador. Pardon me. Roger Andres Salvador. Dissertation, effects of social media and articulated and acculturation on satisfaction with life among the Latinx population in the United States. Vanessa Marie Johnson. Dissertation, stress and its effects on short-term memory in students in higher ed. Natalie Marie Ovalle. Dissertation, the impact of discrimination on depressive symptoms among Latinx, understanding the role of feminismo. Jessica Campos. Dissertation, gender bias and the diagnosis of antisocial personality disorder, a vigilant study. Kenny Seychow. Dissertation, comparing national beliefs about autism spectrum disorder and treatment amenability between Asian and non-Asian Americans. Ivana Ivanovna Kochurjan. Dissertation, the impact of religiosity on non-marital sexual attitudes, sexual behavior, and sexual shame in women. Romina Kaur Wahi. Dissertation, during upbringing and mental health symptoms in emerging adults, the meaning role of attachment. Ivamar Gonzalez Ramos. Dissertation, the influence of compassion fatigue and negative attitudes on therapeutic alliance, a look at clinical psychologists working with forensic populations. Emma Michelle Preston. Dissertation, public beliefs about masculine violence through the lens of mental health literacy. Rafael Diaz. Dissertation, the influence of theoretical orientation on psychologists, compassion satisfaction, and compassion fatigue. Crystal Leon. Dissertation, utilizing Aldocheria is the intake of Mexican Americans to build better working alliances in rural areas. Lori Severy Sanders. Dissertation, empathy and social justice advocacy, predictors of opinions surrounding cash bail. Corbin James Biles. Dissertation, the dark side of academics, investigating the relationship between dark textured personality traits and academic success among upper division college students. Sierra Lynn Moore. Dissertation, difference in the molecular responses on the Rosarts for children and adolescents. Anya Mohan. Dissertation. Including the Winstar study utility and assessing children to the personal function. Julissa Lopez. Dissertation. The effect of emotional regulation, resource awareness, and resource utilization on academic achievements in Latinx college students. Lisa Taylor. Dissertation. Influence characteristics and attitudes on police officer acceptance of harm reduction interventions. Sarbanaz Alaman Tate. This ethnic identity and systematic growth pathways of healing and collective trauma among Europe, Middle Eastern, and North African American adults. Sonia Elizabeth O'Regan. Dissertation. The influence of lived experiences on stigma towards incarcerated populations. Pauline A. Hulbert. Dissertation. Perceiving racism and stress among Black women military spouses. Swarana Pathat. Dissertation. Exploring South Asian immigrant women's attitudes toward autism spectrum disorder. PSYD Organizational Development, Nicole C. Holt. Dissertation, a qualitative study of gender, race, and intersectionality in African American women executives in healthcare.
Okay, I think it's time. Will all the candidates for all degrees please rise? I'm now actually meeting by the Alliant University Board of Trustees, the Alliant University Board of Directors, the state of California, and others. I hereby confer the degrees of teaching credential, Master of Arts, Master of Business Administration, Master of Social Work, Doctor of Education, Doctor of Psychology, and Doctor of Philosophy, with all the rights and privileges pertaining to each. Graduates, it is my pleasure to congratulate you on this important accomplishment. Let's hear it. Give your class of 2026.
Congratulations. We're pleased to welcome our graduates to the Alliant University alumni community. We send you forth to fulfill Alliant's vision of an inclusive world powered by Alliant alumni. Thank you for coming. Please remain seated during the recession. This concludes the Fresno commencement ceremony for the class of 2026. Congratulations, everyone. Okay.